Hey everybody, it's Sab's Designs here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a magazine cover. As you can see here, mine's Gaming Weekly. It's not completely finished. I gotta make, the text look a little nicer, add the same font here and all that kind of thing, but anyways, this is mine here. If you notice in the background here, if you watched my video from before, how to Photoshop somebody's face onto somebody else's body, you'll see here that I use that photo as my background photo just because it involved gaming, and that's what my magazine is. So when you're making a magazine, or really making anything, you want to have a plan. So our 6 steps for making a magazine cover are going to be: you want to brainstorm and make a theme. Try and keep it like something that maybe relates to you. Like I'm into gaming, computers, all that kind of stuff. So I just did gaming. You also want to come up with a title. That's probably, it's a harder thing to do for some people, but you want to keep it original. Like if you're doing something on comics, you don't want to use Marvel, or you don't want to use I'm trying to think of some of those girl magazines like Vogue or something. You don't want to use that kind of name. You want to make up your own name. Your third step is you want to have some headings. As you can see here, I got my main thing here in a different colors, so it just kind of pops out and catches your eye right off the bat. And then you want to have 2 or 3. As you can see, I only have 1 because I'm not finished. But you want to have 2 or 3 little sub headings that will help the reader know like more about your magazine, I guess. Like seeing here, you go to page 4 if you want to see this, that type of thing. You also want to get the fonts you're going to use. As you can see here, I'm using this font here. It's the XP Bold or whatever. So to get those fonts, I'm going to be showing you guys a website that you guys can use. It's a really good website. I use it all the time here, and I really recommend you guys going to use it. I'll put the link in the description, as well as you guys want to find out what kind of colors. As you can see, I wasn't really thinking about colors until now, but colors is a big thing, and that's why I'm going to be putting a link in the description to a website. It's called colorscreamdesigner.com, and what it will do is, here, I'll actually show you, is it will say you want colors that complement each other for your magazine. You can just kind of click and drag this around, and see these 2 dots here. It just kind of shows you, like, you want warm colors, you want cold colors. It really just depends. You can get different colors, and then you can hover over here and get down the HTML code for a color, and then you can just come into Photoshop and say I want to add it to here. I just double click on it, then I would just go to color overlay, or I can add it a different way, and I would just type that code in right here. So and another thing you're going to want to get is obviously your background image. You don't want to have more than 1 image, just because you don't want the readers to be looking all over the place trying to figure out what the heck is going on. You want to have 1 image that really relates to your headline here. Your headliner. Okay, so let's get started by just making a new file here. And I'm just going to go to the US paper, and I'm just going to use that because this is a good default. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to think of your theme. So once you got that, that's good. Write it down somewhere, remember it, use a Word document maybe even. So now you're going to want to find a title. And with that title, you're going to need to grab a font. So I'm going to go to this website here. You can type it in on Google or type it in up here. It's called dafont.com. And as you guys can see here, there's a whole bunch of different categories you can go under. There's like, say you're doing a comic type magazine, there's those ones. I don't really know which one I want to use yet, so I'm probably going to choose something out of here, maybe. I'm going to choose a different font than what I had before. I think I'll choose this Dream one here. So to use them, you just click download, and either here or it'll pop up right here. It'll ask you what you want to do with it. You're just going to click this little drop down, go save as, and you can save it anywhere you want. I would recommend saving it in your documents, and then just save it there. Just click save, it'll download, and then sorry, and then it'll be all good. So now that you have that font, you're gonna actually open up my documents and all that, and as you can see, where is it now? Right here, I got my photo, my thing. Usually for you guys it'll show up as like a zip file, but I have a special program, so just double click on that. You're just gonna extract it to the same spot you got it from. Okay, I didn't do that right. Okay, there. So then I got it all extracted from my zip file. And then now you're just gonna right click on this and you're gonna go to install. It'll say installing. Okay, now it's installed, which means when you go to Photoshop and you grab your text tool and you want to go find it, what is it named now? Dream. So when I go and try and find it, I will have it, see? There. Okay, so you're going to want to type in your, the name of your magazine. I'm actually just going to bump up the size. You want the size of your title to be the biggest font size out of everything you're going to be putting on your magazine, just because then the reader knows what magazine they're looking at. So mine's Gaming Weekly. Okay. So I'm just going to highlight that, and I'm going to put my font on it, because I didn't, because I forgot about that. So then Dream. Okay. And for some reason, it's not going to allow me to put some of the letters that I need, so I'm just going to have to find a different font. I'm actually just going to use one that I already have pre-downloaded on my computer that I know will work. I'm just going to use, scroll down here a bit, whoops, too much, Extra. So I'm just going to type in Gaming Weekly. You might want to put caps lock on, so then it just all looks, or it is all one size, sorry. Jeez, I keep on hitting the wrong button. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the font size. You're going to want to make it pretty big, so, but not, like, see, it's too big right now, it's going off of my thing, so you might actually want to adjust it yourself. So I'm just going to hold down Shift, and just adjust it, like so. Okay, now to make it just centered on my magazine up top here, I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to click on my text layer, then onto the background layer, and I'm just going to click up this middle button up here, and then this one here. Then I'm just going to click on my text layer, hold Shift, which will keep it from going off center, and drag it up to where I want it to be, right about there. Okay, I got that down now. Everything looks good here. I think everything should be good for that. I'm going to add my my pictures now. My picture, sorry, not pictures. I'm going to go into, open up a file here. If you want, I would probably recommend it. for this one, I say you should, just to make it look like your own, grab a picture and go watch my other tutorial on how to put your face or somebody famous's face on somebody else. So I got mine here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to just merge these all together. And then I'm just going to drag this image here onto, my magazine here. It's really small right now. I'm going to just drag it out so it fits. It looks really blurry. Just gotta hit that button and it fixes it. So there, you're gonna want to make sure that your font. See here, you can't even see mine, but it's just because my font is black. You're gonna want to change the color of it if that happens to be the case for you. So I'm just gonna make sure I grab my text tool here, highlight it. I'll just make that white. Okay, good. So we have our picture and we have our title. So now you want to add some headlines and that kind of thing. Like I said before, just usually things that are inside the magazine, and make your headline usually what the picture is on your front cover. That's usually what they make it. So I'm just gonna make it the same as here. Megan Fox spotted with MLG Gaming Team. So I'm just gonna use the same font as I used for my title, which was good. Okay. So I'm just gonna type in what I want. First of all, I'm gonna change the color. Just to change it all to one color for now. Oops. Okay. So as you can see, this is going to be way too big. So what you're going to do is, I'm probably going to just hit enter here, so then it kind of drags that down, and then there. So then it's a bit more, I don't want to say bunched up, but I guess you can say bunched up. And I'm just going to bring the size down just a bit, but not too much. It's a little too much. Actually going to make that 20. So that seems pretty good. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit V on my keyboard and just kind of drag that where I want it to be. So then there's my main headline. Now I'm just gonna create a couple of little headings that tell us what's more in the magazine, like I did here. So, like before, I'm just gonna grab the text tool again, click where I kind of want it to be. You can move it around as always. So I'm just going to type in MW3. Okay. So I got that done. I'm just going to kind of move this so I can kind of figure out. Okay, MW3 glitches. I'm going to cut it off here after the glitches. Hit enter, and then again right there. I'm also thinking I'm going to make this all aligned on the right side. You can change your alignment up here. Mainly, I think you might want to align it on the side that whoops. That's pretty good. Might want to do the same thing here. There. So that'll just make everything aligned more one side. Say I'm because I'm going to put it right here. It just looks better being more aligned on to one side. Also, I am going to just bump the font down a little bit, not a crazy amount, just because I don't want it to be the same size as this one. So I'm actually only going to bring it down to an 18 instead of a 20. It'll just look better. So then you have your main one here, and then your little one here. So you're just going to make another little one. I don't know what else to make it. I'm just going to say another one here. I guess something about Skyrim. No, not Skyrim, actually. I'm going to make one thing about NHL 13. Yeah, that sounds good. NHL 13 released to public. I know it was released to public a long time ago. It's just that's just what I'm gonna put for now. You can put it something that usually happens pretty close to whenever you make your magazine. Is usually better. And then I'm just gonna highlight this all here, and then I'm gonna change alignment to the left side again. Hit enter, hit the OK there, grab my move tool, and just gotta kind of find the right area of the magazine for it, because see, if I put it here, it's kind of all cluttered up with the other white writing, and you don't want that. So it looks better there. Maybe I might even move this one down. No, it's pretty good there, actually. Whatever. Okay, so now we're just going to go, and if you're going to be going with using this color scheme thing here, I'll actually show you guys how to. Complementing colors. Just say you want more cold colors, because mine is a bit darker. Actually, no, I want brighter colors. So I'm probably going to be using this one here and this one here for my text colors. I'm going to be using this one for my two smaller texts, so I'm just going to remember that there. So it is, if you have a piece of paper, you write it down, just write it down quick. I'm going to write it down here quickly. And then I'm going to go into Photoshop and I'll show you guys how to use this. So for this one here, whoops, sorry, is where I'm going to be using that color. So you can just highlight it, and either up here, well, that's where I recommend doing it. You're just going to double click or click, and you're just going to enter that code you wrote down right into that spot where I have highlighted down here. So mine was FFD. Make sure you do caps FFD F73. So that is the color there that we used, as you can see there. And then I'm just going to go back to here. Actually, I'm just going to copy that. Control C. Go into this one here. Highlight it all. Go down to here, and I'm just going to paste that in. Control V. And then there you go. I got those ones working out there. And then up here, I'm going to be using this brighter orange, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to write that one down as quickly. Okay, and then just go back into Photoshop and enter in that code that you have. So mine was FFC 500. Okay, there. So then you can kind of see they kind of complement off of each other. I'm going to see how it looks to add the blue title. Hopefully it won't be too dark. It won't make it too dark. I think it would actually turn out pretty good. But you never know. So that's why you might want to play around, because if your photo is really dark, you don't want to go over here and just use blues more. So, you know, and if your photo is really white, you don't want to be using something really bright. You kind of want to make it contrast really nicely. I Another thing is, don't be afraid to play around with it. Say you want to add a little more color to or pop to your magazine, have even 4 colors going that'll kind of go nicely together, then just go right ahead. It's kind of close. Okay, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to my title here and enter in that code. Okay, so it actually worked pretty good, so you can kind of see it all in like contrast nicely. Again, you can always make your magazine look nicer by maybe even going and adding a bevel and emboss to it to try and make it look a little more 3D. It looks pretty good too. Maybe even adding that to all your things makes it look a lot nicer. If you have like a white background on your photo, you might even want to add a drop shadow to your text. You might want to play with that kind of thing, but as you can see with mine, you can't really do that because of it's such a dark background here. But if it was a white background, you might want to add a drop shadow, all those kind of things. So that is how you make a magazine cover in Photoshop. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.